Hard to find a cloud in the sky this afternoon. It's been totally sunny, and you'll notice it's quite the sunny picture throughout really most of Texas. We might find a few clouds drifting in off the Gulf to the south, but that is not going to be the case here. I think we're in for a lot of sunshine over the weekend, as this particular pattern is going to stay with us for a little while. Speaking of the weekend, through tomorrow at least, we have an excessive heat warning continuing for the region, as these high temperatures will continue to be in that 105 to 108 range. There will be a touch of humidity. It's not going to be the most humid weather we've seen, but that might add a heat index on top of how hot it is going to be over the next little while. And in addition to that, we still have to discuss the fire danger at play, and there is in fact a fire weather watch out for part of the region for the next day or so. And really what this means, you could practically extend this to the whole region. It's just saying in essence that we could be pending on critical fire danger, and if it needs to be upgraded to a red flag warning, they might do that. But in other words, that is something we'll have to pay close attention to and want to limit any sort of outdoor sparks or flames or anything like that as we take care to prevent wildfires at this time. Over the course of the weekend, or of the evening rather, plenty of sunshine, like I mentioned, and temperatures are going to be in the hundreds through 7 o'clock, probably through 7:30, and then maybe by the time we get to 8, we'll be looking at 98 degrees with southerly winds by that time, and even at 9 o'clock, still around 94 degrees. So as I mentioned, you might find a few clouds off the Gulf down to the south, but that is going to stay there overnight, and we'll see some sunny conditions return for tomorrow. Sunday, more or less the same. You might have a few clouds in the morning and maybe some drifting in towards the afternoon, but I think mostly sunny conditions are in store for us. We won't really go back to partly cloudy for another few days now. That will probably be shaping up sometime next week. In addition to that, the wind speeds, like I said, this evening, about 7 miles per hour out of the southeast, should remain that way overnight. And then tomorrow we'll get a southerly wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Thankfully, we're not looking at anything too breezy, because if we were, that would really start to ramp up some of the wildfire danger even more than it already is. Lows tonight down around 79 to 80 degrees for most of us, and your high temperatures tomorrow could be back to 107 for Bryan College Station and Anderson, 106 for Caldwell, Cameron 107, and maybe even 108. Can't completely be ruled out for some folks. So on to the 10-day forecast here. 108 is what we are looking at for Sunday, if you can believe it. 106 on Monday. Now, there are still just some small chances of rain in there on Tuesday and Wednesday to account for some possible tropical development, which for the most part looks like it's going to shoot south of here. But we might be able to get some isolated showers and a thunderstorm or two off of that if indeed it develops and moves inland like some models are expecting. After that, it's back to more 100s. We could even be looking at more 107s as we get into Friday and Saturday of next week.